Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm looking a little bit rough today, and that's because we're going to be trying out the new Lorac foundation and concealer. So if you want to see this first impressions, just keep on watching. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would deeply appreciate it if you would hit that red button below. And let's get started. I don't know if you pronounce it Lorac or Lorac. I don't know, but I'm going to pronounce it Lorac. I've never tried a foundation from Lorac. I've tried their palettes, their Zip palette. That's one of my favorite palettes, and it's actually one of my very first high-end palettes that I bought. I remember that I bought that specific palette at Sephora. Back in the day, they were still sold in Sephora. Now I think it's only in Ulta and they're online. But I've never tried a foundation, so I'm really excited to try this one. And they just barely came out with this new foundation and concealer, so I'm super excited to try it out. And hopefully it does work out. And just to give you a perspective of my skin type is very combination. Sometimes it's very dry, sometimes it's very oily, sometimes it's very more oily than dry, but right now my skin is half and half. Some parts are very oily, but around my mouth is very dry, and I already moisturized my skin already, and so we're ready to go. And hopefully this foundation does work out, because the package of this foundation looks super amazing, and I don't know, I just really have high expectations about this foundation. So the foundation comes in this types of package. It's really nice. The package of these are very soft, very good. So the foundation, this is how the foundation bottle looks like. It's a very nice package, very different compared to other foundations that I've seen. And I really like the package of this foundation. And it comes with a pump. And the shade that I'm using today is number 3 Fair. So this foundation is called the Lorac Pro Soft Focus Long Wearing Foundation, and it claims that it is a skin loving foundation. It's a refreshing feel with soft focus finish, contains vitamin C to help preserve skin elasticity, and it says it's infused with a complex of watermelon, apple, lentil fruit extract to help reduce the appearance of fine lines and increase skin hydration. And it also says it's oil free, fragrance free, and vegan, and it's recommended for all skin types. And it says that it has some benefits, and the benefits are long wearing yet silky, not sticky, lightweight. Spherical powders deliver excellent slip and keep skin shine free and water resistant, so you could go swimming with this foundation. And the foundation does retail for $38, and they do have only 25 shades, which the shade range is a little bit not great. And to apply this foundation, I'm actually going to use my Japanese brush here, and I'm going to apply one pump first, and I'm going to slowly build it up, because sometimes if you put too much, then it's hard to work with it. It doesn't have a smell, but yet I'm very congested right now, so I don't find anything. Okay, yeah, so now that I'm smelling it a little bit longer, it does have a smell. It smells like butter pecan. And this foundation is a soft matte foundation, so definitely hydrate. So I hydrated my skin already. I prepped it already for foundation. I feel like I didn't get enough with one pump, so I'm going to go with another pump. It also says it's a medium to full coverage. Definitely, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of full coverage, but on camera, the foundation looks a little bit too light yellow for me. But it's not looking like that, but it's definitely covering. What do you guys think? So this is one side with foundation and no foundation. You do get 1 fluid ounce with this foundation, the standard foundation, although the bottle looks really small. But you do get 1 fluid ounce. I think. So this is how my skin is looking with basically 2 pumps of foundation, 1 pump to this side and then another pump to this side, but more like 2 pumps on this side. But this is how my skin is looking right now. I tried to remove a little hair that I had here, and it actually removed like spot here. I don't know if you guys could tell, but it kind of removed that foundation. So this is how my foundation looks up close, and definitely it is not looking bad. It is a soft matte foundation, and it's definitely matte. I feel like it's a little bit I feel like on my forehead, it's clinging to some dry patches that I have there, and then around my mouth. But what do you guys think? So now let's try the concealer. The concealer looks like this, looks like the foundation, and this is some of the claims. So this is a Pro Soft Focus Long Wearing Concealer. It costs $24, and they do have 12 shades. It's a long wearing soft matte concealer that's buildable to medium to full coverage, and as well as the foundation, it's infused with fruit extract to reduce fine lines and increase skin hydration. It's long wearing yet silky, not stick, and it's suitable for all skin types. And the shade that I'm going to go with is in shade 5.5 Light. Again, I ordered these online, so I don't know if the shades are kind of like hit or miss, but so far I feel like I should have gone with the foundation a little bit more darker, but I feel like the foundation is kind of oxidizing right now. What do you guys think? I think it's now like changing color, but let's try the concealer, and I'm going in with shade 5.5 Light. Okay, yeah, the concealer has more of a stronger smell compared to the foundation. Although it says it's fragrance free, it does smell, it does remind me of like the butter pecan, like. And to blend that out, I'm actually going to use the same Japanese brush. I'm just going to blend this out. So this is how my skin is looking with the foundation and concealer. I'm looking a little bit pale on camera, but in person it doesn't look like that. I feel like the concealer went on well. It's definitely, it gave me some coverage. I could still see my dark circles, and I do have fine lines, so it's sticking in there. I'm gonna go finish my rest of my face, and I'll be right back, and we're gonna check in and see how the foundation is looking, because sometimes it takes time for the foundation like to go into your skin and settle and everything. And so far it's looking okay. It's not looking like it's best personally for me, but yeah, so I'll be right back and we'll check in. So I'm back. I finished my makeup. Please ignore this eye. This eyelash was giving me a hard time, and it's like my last eyelashes that I have. So I really wanted to use them today, and I don't know, I think they look kind of crazy, but we're gonna keep on rolling, so please ignore my eye here. But just to tell you a little bit what I did on my face. So face today, I did the Cover FX bronzer. I really love this bronzer. If you're looking for a good bronzer, this is the one. So this is the one that I used to bronze up today. And for blush, I used the Lorac shade, and it's a nice burgundy shade. So I used this, and then for my highlight, I actually used also the Lorac Starlight highlighter. I bought these two at TJ Maxx during Christmas time. They came in a little package, so I bought those two there. And then for my eyes, I use the ABH palette Modern Renaissance. Definitely this foundation, if you're really, really dry, you're not gonna like this foundation because it's very matte. I do feel like it just like suck into my skin, and it doesn't look bad, but it does look kind of dry on my skin. And that's because, like I said, my skin is a little bit dry right now, and I feel like it's clinging into those dry patches that I have, especially around my mouth. And then on like my forehead too, I feel like it's kind of patchy there, but it's an okay foundation. But if you're actually oily, I think you're gonna love it, because I think this foundation is gonna work out very good for me like during the summer when I'm really oily. I think that's gonna work out good. But so far it looks okay. It's kind of sinking into my pores. And then for the concealer, I didn't enjoy the concealer. I definitely have to say the concealer is a little bit too dry for me. I really like my foundations. If they're dry, I like my concealers to be a little bit more hydrating. And I feel like it's causing a lot of creasing under my eye here, and it's not looking good. Definitely the concealer for me is a hard pass. I really wanted to like the concealer, but I feel like it's a little bit too much for me. But if you have really oily skin, you're gonna like this because it's very dry and it's gonna work good for you. But my skin right now, like I said, is very dry, and I feel like it's kind of clinging into those dry patches under my eye, the concealer. And I feel too, if you touch your face, the foundation, it's like gonna slip off, because when I touch my nose, like some of the foundation rubbed off, and I feel like I'm losing coverage on my nose. For being my first impressions, I could say definitely this foundation, it's an okay foundation. It's like the best foundation out there? No. It's like the worst foundation? No. I think it's in the middle, especially for me that I'm more of a dry skin right now. I feel like it's not working out very good because my skin is dry, and this foundation is a soft matte, so it's clinching into those dry patches. And I feel like if you have really oily skin, it's gonna look good on you. Although it looks good on camera, but in real life it's kind of looking kind of weird, especially like I have really huge pores around here, so it's kind of sinking into those areas. But again, I didn't use any pore filling, any primer, nothing. I just used the foundation and the concealer, and I didn't set my face with powder as well because I'm gonna be using this foundation throughout the day, and I really want to see how it's gonna work out on my skin, because sometimes the first impressions are not the best. Sometimes it takes time, hours, for the foundation to really work in your skin. But so far, being my first impressions, it's okay. It's looking okay. Like I said, the foundation, it's an okay. For me, the concealer is a hard pass. I feel like it's really clinching into my under eye. I wish it was a little bit more hydrating. I'm definitely going to keep this on my face for the rest of the day, and I want to test it out and see how it's going to work out. So definitely check out the description box where I'm going to leave out like my final result for this. But definitely being my first impression, I can say the foundation, it's an okay foundation. Yeah, so this was my first impressions on the new Lorac foundation and concealer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting that red button below. And I'll see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.